Hello, my wonderful people again. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for more notifications on so many of my videos to come. Like I said in the last video, this ones are it's gonna be a huge series about my story, my life. So I'm breaking everything down so you all will know and see the struggles that we single mom have to go through from start to finish and everything. So today's topic is going to be the discussion between me and my baby father. It was not a really long discussion, but it's something that I would like women out there to like pinpoint from it, because there are some girls out there that I've heard when they say, oh, that I saw the signs earlier, I would have just known that, oh, maybe he wasn't even going to take care of the baby. He was just lying from the very first beginning. Trust me, he lied. It's kind of happened to me. So like this is a cue you learn from in everything, because you don't want to learn from you don't want your mistakes to repeat itself like 3 or 4 times. And when you learn from other people's mistake or you listen to their stories, it will make you not want to repeat the same thing again. So this discussion came in like some months or weeks after he had come back. He was now back to school for some finals that he needed to do before leaving finally to start his job and everything. So I remember he called me that day. It was a bright afternoon. I had just came back. I went out, so I just came back, and he was like, he wanted to take me out. So I'm always excited generally when he does that, because he like spoils me and pampers me, and that gave me the confidence that this guy is like for sure, like this is it and everything. Oh, this is my, how will I say, like my Mr. Right or something and everything. So we started the discussion, and then in a bar, he took me out there. We started eating and everything. And then he told me that he had something to tell me. That he didn't know how I was going to feel about it. But he wanted to make me know that it's not like he doesn't love me or care about me or the baby. That he does. He really loves me and he really loves the baby. Just that he doesn't feel that right now is the time. And he has so many things going on with him, and that he wouldn't want to put me in the middle, and that he feels like I should like go back to my parents, to my folks, that they will be able to take care of me better. Lest I forget, in case someone might be wondering how my father's response went. My father's response went fine and everything, because it was my baby father called him and told him he was the father of the child and he was going to take full responsibility and all whatnot. And then my father was like, fine, okay, that he would want me to get back home. But I was like, I wanted to stay back like in school and see how I can like maybe start school, defer my admission or something before coming back home. I wanted to be sure, because I didn't want to lose sight of school, of which I kind of like eventually did, which I'll advise you, don't ever lose sight of something you want to do because you're in a predicament. So the discussion didn't go right. When he told me that he needed me to go back home because he felt my parents would take better care of me there and everything, of which, yeah, to some extent he was kind of right, because if I stay back in school I would be so devastated. And you know, it's not going to be like when family is around you and taking care of you, you're not going to get the much attention. But the way he like addressed the matter was what made me know that this was not just something of I need you to like go so your family take care of you. This was something of like pushing me away so that I wouldn't be around him, and he'll know that, oh, finally, like she's out of my sight. That was how the statement was to me. And I was so dumbfounded. I didn't even know where to start. I remember when he told me that so that your parents will take care of you. I wouldn't really have much time to always be around you to look after you and the baby. And you know how we guys can be sometimes. I don't want emotions to come in sometimes. And when he was telling me all these things, I was like thinking through my head, like, is this not the same guy that told me that he was always going to be there with me, for me? He was never going to let me out of his sight and everything. And now you're telling me to go back. I was like, okay. So like, okay, fine. If I decide to go back home, are you going to call? Are you going to come when it's like time for my delivery or something? Are you going to be there the day I'll do that? And he was like, no, he's not going to be there. like he's just gonna send me money and then send me things for myself and the baby, and that's what he's gonna do. Then maybe he's gonna come check up on me maybe later. And that was how he put the statement. And I was like, so like, am I gonna do this on my own? I remember you saying we're gonna be in this together. And he was like, yes, we're gonna be in this together, but from a distance. And I don't know, like, I used to tell my friends that I don't know why sometimes guys feel like as a woman you're deaf to something. That was how I felt. I felt stupid. I felt like someone had already like used my head to like make us start. That's how I felt. Like, I felt dumb. And then he smiled and kissed me. I was like, I was just looking. And the next, I think it was some weeks later, he sat me down like early in the morning, was it in the afternoon, and told me that I was gonna go to the salon the next day, so that I was gonna do my hair, get my nails done and everything, and he was gonna put me in the first transport back to Lagos. That was when it was done on me that this relationship is over. That was how it was for me. It was the worst thing I had felt in my life. I felt betrayed. I felt like someone I trusted just like spat on me in the face and made me feel stupid. My roommate was sitting there and she was not having it. Trust me. That's why I say she's my mother there, and she's my, like, I call her like my defender over there in school. She was not having it. She wanted to hit him. I could see it was written all over her face. And I remember I just cried to bed that night. And then the next morning, he was even the one that woke me up. As early as 8, he told me that I needed to go do my hair because he wants to follow me to the salon to pick what I'll do so I'll look good for my parents. So it won't look like he has not been treating me fine or good. So that I can look good the next, so that 2 days from then I'll be going back to Lagos. And I didn't even know. I was short of words. The only thing I could tell him was that you are a big betrayal and you're a liar, and that I blame myself for trusting you. This is all on me because it's our baby, but I don't mind taking care of this baby on my own, of which I eventually did. It was tough, but I went to the salon and I made myself look pretty because I didn't also want to look stupid, because I know the way my parents will react. If they see me, they will think like he hasn't been taking care of me and stuff, and that was what he promised. So when I got to the salon, because the lady there is like someone that I know so well, so she knew everything. Looking at me, she knew that was what was happening. And she was another person that gave me confidence. And she told me, don't be scared. Everything's going to be fine. That if she can overcome that phase in her life, because she's also a single mom, that she knows I will. And I'm a strong girl. That so far I have my parents. That's all that matters. I have God. I have my parents. I shouldn't be scared. And I went back home that day. I couldn't even cook. I couldn't even. And the worst thing that happened to me that night was that remembering the past sometimes is hurtful, but I'll tell you sometimes it helps. He now told me that he wanted like a goodbye, like a bye-bye sex or something. I felt stupid, but I don't know why I did it. Trust me, it was the most stupidest thing I'd ever done, and I really regretted it. But it happened, and the next day I came back home to Lagos. I'm just trying to tell you, as a woman, don't ever allow a man take advantage of you because you're fragile, or don't make them lie to you, because that is the worst thing a man will do to you, is to lie to your face and then you believe it. Sometimes it happens to so many of us. We fall into their traps, and then at the end of the day, that's what happens. Till today, I can tell you that I never really got over that act that I did that night, but it was a reminder of how stupid I was and how strong I came out of it. Because when I went back home, I didn't even let anyone know. I know that shooting this video now will make my parents like, so this is all you went through and didn't tell us. But it was really no need. I wanted to show them that I was a strong person and I have put myself in this shit, and I was gonna make sure that I came out of it successfully, and which I did. So like, that is the bad discussion I was letting you all know about in the former video. I hope if you're a woman out there, you will learn from my lesson. Don't ever in your life belittle yourself to make a man use you. Use your fragility or your love for him for stupidity, because it doesn't always go well. I'm going to end here for today, and I hope you've all learned. If you love this video, comment on it, and if you want me to go into details about some other things, let me